Two of the biggest theme park operators in North America have merged. Yes, that's right. Cedar Fair and Six Flags have merged. Now, this move is definitely something I was not expecting. But in my opinion, I think it's a welcome surprise. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I think Cedar Fair and Six Flags have merged, and also tell you the benefits that this has for both companies. So, let's get started. Earlier today, Cedar Fair and Six Flags announced their partnership. They would be merging into one company, and the new company will operate under the name of Six Flags, which means that Cedar Fair actually is fading away and really does not exist anymore, which I guess is kind of sad. But anyway, this $8 million merger will have many benefits for both companies. Six Flags will now also operate 47 different parks. That's right, 47 different parks. This partnership will hopefully increase revenue and attendance for the company, and allow for more money to be spent on new roller coasters, which, for everyone watching this video, that's probably a win. The more new roller coasters, the better. So now, we have the question of why. Why did these two companies choose to do this? And was it even a good decision? The short answer is absolutely. Here's why. As you most likely know, Cedar Fair and Six Flags, or you could say the amusement park industry as a whole, is seeing a decline in attendance and per cap spending, meaning that there are less people in the park, and the people in the park aren't spending as much money as Cedar Fair and Six Flags would like them to. This means that both companies are bringing in less money each year. They probably wanted to merge because the more parks you have means more revenue sources for the company. Plus, this will allow both companies to pool their resources to build bigger and better attractions at their parks. This will thus drive attendance and increase revenue for the parks, meaning that they can add more attractions to their parks, which is a big win for all of us. Six Flags was likely looking for a partner, and Cedar Fair likely had the same problem. I heard Six Flags and Cedar Fair had talks about this in 2019, and then COVID hit and messed everything up, so the idea was likely shelved until now. And deals like this normally don't happen unless both companies think it'll benefit them in some way. Six Flags was getting help with getting out of debt, and Cedar Fair was getting a vast amount of new parks. Cedar Fair also benefits from this a lot because they are actually in control of the company. Cedar Fair owns 51.2% of this new company, whereas Six Flags only owns 48.8%. This actually means that Cedar Fair will be the one calling the shots for the new company. Now, obviously, Six Flags will have a lot of power when making a decision, but Cedar Fair is ultimately the company in charge here. But I think Cedar Fair had to sacrifice a lot to get this. For instance, their company is basically dissolving, and the whole chain will be branded as Six Flags instead of Cedar Fair. But it was a small price to pay to gain control of the company. They also probably did this to help with their stock prices. Creating one strong company would drive stock prices up, which, again, helps both companies out a lot. This move also pleased both companies' shareholders, which is something both companies have to take into effect with many decisions they make. You have to keep the shareholders happy. Both companies likely thought that this would help, just giving them another reason to merge. Now here's the last reason why I think Cedar Fair and Six Flags merged, is that both companies are in a lot of debt. Cedar Fair has recently paid off a large chunk of their debt by selling the land of California's Great America. But Cedar Fair still has a lot of debt, along with Six Flags. By pooling their resources and combining their income, they would no longer be competing against each other, and it would hopefully make it a lot easier for them to pay off their respective debts, which means more capital available for investments into their parks. Now, let's talk about the benefits this will have for both companies when they merge. This will allow for the Six Flags parks to receive Cedar Fair level investments. Also, it will pair Cedar Fair's good relationship with B&M and Six Flags' good standing with RMC, allowing the company to be in good standing with multiple manufacturers, which means more of a variety in the attractions added to their parks. This will also allow the company to use the Looney Tunes, Peanuts, and the DC characters to brand their new coasters. This move will hopefully also make the brand more unified, with the whole company under the Six Flags name, instead of splitting the company into Six Flags and Cedar Fair. Another benefit for us coaster enthusiasts is we can now get into all Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks with just one pass. Before we had to pay for a Cedar Fair and a Six Flags pass, but now we can just pay for one and get into all the parks. This will all help everyone save a little money and make these roller coaster trips more affordable for everyone. Our final benefit that I'm going to cover in this video is this will hopefully stabilize both companies, and it will also help improve many parks all around. The new Six Flags company will always be much more steady, given the sheer amount of revenue sources for the company. Many parks will also be improved, in some way. Many parks will receive DC Comics branding, and many Six Flags parks will benefit from Cedar Fair's high operation standards. This will just help every park in the chain become a better and more well-rounded park overall. And the better the park is, the more people come to it, which means the more money for the chain. It's just a really positive cycle of more money and more people in the park, which is definitely good for a theme park chain. I hope this video has shown you why I think Cedar Fair and Six Flags merged. And I think we can all agree that it really does make more sense than we all think. And I think this will work out nicely in the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. I really appreciate it. And please consider being the newest Theme Park Studios subscriber, because we have a lot of fun over here discussing just about everything that has to do with roller coasters and theme parks. So give that red button with the word subscribe on it a click. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you agree with the points I brought up in this video, then definitely give the video a like. If you don't agree with me, then please still give it a like. I really appreciate it. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.